or should I say, I am the Lord of the Zombies speaking. Ha 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 ha. That's right. And I say, that is correct. I am the Lord of the Zombies, which means I, on the other hand, am the Lord of the Zombies speaking. And before this stream could begin, is that we're just about to start on with a live stream today. That if you guys do in fact enjoy this live stream, well, remember this. Give this video a like and comment and subscribe to the bell to be notified. That way it will definitely help and definitely support the 6th channel. So that pretty much what I would say is correct. And also let me go ahead and try to test on with a mic to see if the microphone actually is doing something. So let me go ahead and test the microphone to see if it's doing any good. So be right back while I'm going to try to test the microphone for a second. So if you guys can hear me, let me know if you guys can say yes. That way I'll be able to respond in the chat. So if you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up. But if you guys can't hear me, give me a side thumb way or something. Or maybe just thumb down or something. If you guys can or can't hear me, then let me know anyway. But anyways, let me go ahead and turn off the mic. Alright, well, yes, the microphone, like I said, is definitely tested, and so far the mic is doing kind of okay so far, but, you know, it's doing good so far, it's doing pretty good. But speaking of pretty good, it is time we get this live stream on with, and it's time we get this live stream completely ready, so if you guys are definitely ready for this live stream to officially begin, then it's time we start the live stream right now. So, anyways, let's begin the live stream. Let's do it anyways. And I hope that you guys, in fact, definitely, like I said, enjoy this interesting live stream and very well thought out live stream. So it is time we get started. And yes, as I remember to say this again before to you guys already, that yes, I'm currently am the Lord of the Zombie speaking. Yeah, I'm the Lord of the Zombies, y'all. That's pretty much my name. Is either call me the Lord of the Zombies or whatever exactly. Just call me the Lord of the Zombies. But anyway, this being said already, it is time we get started. And say, before anybody does give me some interesting questions here today on this live stream, I do want to mention something to you guys for this interesting news that's going to definitely be affected on the YouTube Shorts thing I'll be talking about, which of course I know I have like a couple of YouTube Shorts to kind of make, you know, just related zombie stuff, just related most likely any other time. So that I can say is going to be a matter of like a few of the zombie shorts things or something like that. You know, technically, there were just going to probably be some zombie shorts from here and there. And then that's when the news will actually drop in and will be mentioned on the YouTube shorts if I ever will mention it. So, in this mention, I do want to ask you guys already in this next mention, by the way. However, with the YouTube shorts thing I want to talk about is that in fact, the YouTube shorts I want to say is that yes, in fact, it most likely, the coincidence on the YouTube short I want to mention about is that, however, with most likely on the shorts, by the way, is going to be mentioned, is I think on the YouTube shorts I do want to go out and just say the only news I will mention about on the YouTube Shorts thing is that whenever is that the entire likely the plants or zombies get the YouTube Shorts, by the way, just to say that their plush versions are going to be kind of actually be appearing onto the YouTube Shorts, which of course I know this is kind of like a little bit of a different series as I'm talking about, which I don't normally say. It's either for seasons, it's either for parodies, it's either for something pretty entertaining and a little bit more, should I say, a bit more supportive and a bit more of an interesting fact by saying it's like a legendary thing. It's about like a legendary YouTube Shorts thing that I want to kind of work out a little bit with and kind of mention otherwise about why the fact it's going to be another interesting success, and it's going to probably be like a very constant interesting success with like most likely here a little bit of the shorts that either the plants or zombies get either most of the turns that will appear to be on YouTube shorts on now oftenly is who knows exactly. And also, yes, there could definitely be some non-Plants vs. Zombies characters definitely be appearing onto those times as well. But they also could be appearing on the YouTube Shorts as well. So it depends on whatever the things are going to be worked on a little bit and actually have a bit of a somewhat interesting success and see how the YouTube shorts are going to hit, by the way, and see how the shorts are going to probably be hitting a little bit to see how any good that they'll probably be. So that is probably my news to you guys about how the YouTube shorts are going to be played and will be highly physical and highly interesting to know when that's going to probably be arriving. It depends. It does, again, like I said before, it depends on whenever if I get things done naturally. You know, like I said, I can't probably do it now. I'm just wanting to give you guys an interesting message on this live stream that's either going to probably be approved, which is going to definitely be approved by me on the YouTube Shorts thing, as I will mention it clearly and mention it anyways to say otherwise. And of course that yes, the snippet is going to be revealed that the plush versions of themselves are going to definitely come back to the 6th channel and will definitely pretty much be for sure. Definitely, like I said, for sure, to definitely get more content out, by the way. And I know, like I said already, I know it's supposed to be for the laptop and stuff, for the season and the parody and stuff. But this is even more different on the phone now that I want to mention to you guys that there is going to be a third option, that there's going to probably be a third thing going on, is that the YouTube Shorts is going to probably be a thing now, since we're going to probably just say, like, oh, the plants and all the zombies and all non-plants for zombies characters of the plush characters will definitely get to be sure, in fact, to definitely jump right into the YouTube Shorts thing, as I want to mention it earlier and say that yes, it is going to be something, and it is going to be an interesting success, as I will say, and definitely say the answer is that we're just going to have to kind of find out and see what naturally does happen, and really considering to see what actually does happen and further notice of whenever that will definitely be approved. So whenever it does get approved, by the way, it just will either A, make some sense, B, it's going to probably take a while to get used to it, and then C, I think for anyone else out there in the comments section, could definitely go ahead and support the shorts, by the way, just to support those exactly, and also videos and live streams and stuff, which it probably would make sense eventually. So yeah, it probably will eventually make a lot more sense, as I will pretty much explain to say the answer is that yes, it is going to make sense, and it is going to definitely have a amount of, like, oh, I don't know, something good and something interesting of where, when, and why it will probably get good. So if you guys, again, like I said before, definitely would pretty much would mention and briefly would to know that, like I said, my friends, we just have to kind of see what happens on the 6th channel or whatever exactly. But just remember in the meantime that there is going to be some interesting good stuff coming along and a lot of great stuff that will come around into this channel. So if you guys, again, like I said before, definitely go ahead and support the channel exactly on my 6th channel, by the way. Please, again, support the 6th channel so that way that we'll be able to make more videos and more likely in future references and a lot of good stuff coming along. So it is going to be good news, and it is going to be like a lot of good explanations. And also, I definitely am the voice of, pretty much the voice behind myself and Dr. Zomboss, and of course, like many more voices exactly that I pretty much do. So if you guys definitely want to support this PVZ channel, that's where you guys are definitely in the right place, the right time, and a lot more good stuff happening pretty slightly. So if you guys are excited for the news, then there's your kind of answer on the news and a lot of explanations on that question. So I'd say this before and many other more questions is that we're just going to have to kind of find out and kind of see what happens eventually, and a lot of great stuff happening along ahead. So I hope to say, if you guys are ready for something very fun and very interesting on this 6th channel of mine, then I hope that you guys are definitely going to be well received and say is like, oh, when are going to be some interesting stuff coming out? Well, like I said again, I'm just trying to like make a lot of good announcements for you guys, so that way I'll be able to kind of explain all of that and explain much more questions and just physically explain a lot of other questions and just say the fact that, well, we're just gonna have to kind of see what happens, you know? We're just gonna have to kind of see what happens and see if the good news is gonna be the good news, because we probably might have to say, like I said before, definitely need to try to see what you guys thought of it and what you guys think of it, by the way, as so far I can say. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to kind of see what really happens in our channel, by the way, just to see what the great stuff is gonna be like and a lot of good stuff are gonna be like. So that is my news to you guys, and full likely the explained news about what I'm talking about. So, anyways, if you guys like the news, then let me know again. As I said before, it's gonna be all good news, by the way, not all bad news. I'm just saying that there's gonna be all the good news. That's gonna definitely happen. And oh yes, before I say anything else, is I do want to say, in regardlessly about most of that exactly, is that all I want to probably explain too exactly is we're just going to kind of see what happens on most of the good stuff that could happen, and a lot of good things are going to be happening. Pretty much like a lot of good things will definitely happen, like considering the fact that there probably will be something a lot more interesting to keep on going and going. It's going to be something interesting. And yes, as I said before, the plush versions will definitely be revealed in a snippet that I have to say it's going to happen in all separate channels. That I'm saying that all separate channels will definitely be revealed. That all the characters will definitely be back from separate channels. By the way, I'm actually am trying to work on a little bit slowly and a bit of a slow progress thing I'm trying to keep pushing out, by the way, so that way that everybody else like there could definitely go ahead and see all the characters, by the way, and we'll get to see them for like the longest decade and the longest time had ever been yet to be there. So that is probably why, in many explanations, in many following reasons, that yeah, it is going to definitely be true, and it is going to be a lot of the characters that will definitely show up, and have a lot of characters definitely show right up and have a good conversation and all, to see how your favorite characters are back. Like for instance, like all your favorite plants, all your favorite zombies, all your favorite non-PvZ plants, but non-PvZ I mean your non Plants vs. Zombies characters will definitely show up and definitely be back, which, I'd say this amount of good honor that the characters are going to come back, full likely and very slightly to come back, which is going to be a good thing, by the way. But all three good things, by the way. That one, I know we're going to have to focus on season 2 and stuff. I know we have to, like, oh, I don't know, consider focusing on the main part of the story of season two's progress and of the scrolls and stuff that I know that's going to be worked on still. And of course, number 2 is parodies, which of course we can't forget about parody videos, because, parody videos and stuff are still going to continue successfully as the same thing as whatever that still continues. But for the main good part is number 3, is that we're going to be definitely talking about how the YouTube shorts will be affected by pretty much how we can definitely get more stuff out, by the way. And yes, by the way, it is going to be a bit of a supportive series that I want to make. A little series, a little bit for everyone. For those who might be entertained about that, exactly. Then that's probably why I'm still going to mention it, by the way. In fact, on the YouTube shorts, I will try to mention through on 3 minutes or whatever the minutes are going to probably be. If I don't try to if the minutes are going to end too fast or a little bit. That's probably why I might be able to get a bit of a good explanation a little bit and just say what I have to say and stay on my ground, exactly, just to stay on my ground and mention most of the things and see what happens. So, as I did say before, I did had something in my head a little bit and said something. I was like, you know what? Since the Plants or Zombies could definitely have a little bit of a series, I decided was like approved. Like I approved it. I actually did something to say. I was like, all right, the series I'm gonna make is approved by me, which means I'm definitely gonna consider releasing a series, like a interesting little series on the YouTube Shorts a little bit, and mention the fact that on a few occasions that the Plants and Zombies might have to come into agreement and say like, oh, they all approved it, exactly, by saying is like, there's gonna be like a few yes and a few no, exactly, before they do consider releasing the whole thing, exactly, by saying is like, if the Zombies or Plants definitely approve it, it means that they're gonna have to probably say yes, that I approve it, and they're gonna have to say is like, no, they don't approve it. So by any chance anyway, this is gonna kind of be like a vote turnout by the other Plants or Zombies, exactly, like all characters are gonna have to sign in for all that, exactly, and definitely be fully likely explained of why the whole thing's gonna work out pretty good, or if it's not gonna work out too little good, then it probably wouldn't be that good. So that is pretty much like an interview for all Plants and Zombies, and especially the non-P vs. Z characters will definitely get their interesting interview of talking about why it's going to probably be a bit of another interesting move a little bit, and say how far likely and far out interesting it will probably be. So that is probably why, and many good reasons that, however, of that explanation is going to probably be like, is that the Plants or Zombies or whatsoever is going to definitely try to like make a few conversations and a few comebacks by saying is like, oh, when are like something's going to probably be approved on the YouTube Shorts thing, exactly, which yes, clearly that most things are going to probably work out eventually on the good side of it, and there's sometimes going to be a little bit on the bad side of it, but we're going to kind of see the good news, and we're going to kind of see the most interesting part of all of that to ever see, and most likely ever will get to see. So that is probably why this is going to probably be like a very interesting, good turnout a little bit. Before, as I said before, that after season 2 is over or whatever, it'll definitely be moved to season 3. And then, yes, of course, that the Plants and Zombies will come to that question, and of course, that scenario question that they're definitely going to all come into and say that they're either going to approve it or disapprove it by saying is like, when is something going to be pretty good with like my interesting little series I want to make on the YouTube Shorts, and say is like, oh yeah, it's going to be something funny, something random, and something hilarious. You know, that all Plants and Zombies deserve to have a good laugh out of the YouTube Shorts, which, for once, by the way, they never done it before on the phone. They never even recently done it before, but I'd say again, intensely exactly by seeing is like, how interesting is all that going to go? Yeah, all of that, like I said, are definitely going to be approved, and all that's going to probably be possible until we get to say, oh, everything is definitely going to be ready on the go, and say that everything will definitely be approved. The answer is, we're just going to have to kind of find out and see if they like it, and if they don't like it, that's pretty much why they can say like, you know, we kind of don't want to kind of do this, or we just want to get back to our season or get back to the parody stuff. That's just, you know, a little bit of an opinion interview thing. It's just kind of a little bit of a different thing that we're discussing today on the live stream a little bit that we're kind of discussing. So if you guys do like this, do kind of like this idea, by the way, that is what I can say. Let me know in the chat or let me in the comments below exactly to let me know. What do you guys think of these ideas? Like, do you guys like approve these ideas, or maybe just say something a little bit more like a futuristic thing, a little bit further away? If the Plants or Zombies kind of disapprove it the first time, then the second time is going to probably be the same thing, but even a bit better. So that's probably what I'm going to talk about. And yes, it is a good sign, and it is a good thing that I want to mention to you guys already about right now, that yes, this, like I said, is going to be something good. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to be approvable, and see where this all goes. So if you guys like it, that's good. But if you guys don't like the idea, hey, I mean, that's fine. We'll probably have to push it somewhere else next time. But if it's a good sign, that's all I want to talk about for today. So if you guys like these ideas, let me know in the comments. So that way I'll be able to check on all of that and just kind of check anyways. Even though, like I said, this is just a little bit of a different thing I want to kind of do for my time, for the sake of my own bidding, to see whatever happens. But I just want to see if it's going to be any good for you guys to kind of like it. But we'll see otherwise. But, you know, we'll see what happens otherwise. But anyway, let me go ahead and say this, by the way, that there is going to be another video that I want to let you guys know about. That yes, there is going to be a top 5 and a top 10 of the Zombies' favorite NFL teams exactly, which that, by the way, is definitely going to happen momentarily, and that is definitely going to happen soon enough. That yes, there's going to probably be one that is definitely going to be on the thumbnail and definitely will appear to be on the check mark, and of course the X mark, that's going to be from best to worst, and you know, it's going to be the same thing as the other two videos were, exactly about top 5 and top 10 about the Plants' ideas. But for this time, Zombies get a turn. That, yes, I'm still going to say this already. Zombies are going to get a turn. And that's just the final answer of the statement. And that's what's going to happen already. So if you guys want to see it, remember this already and before, that it's going to happen. And it's definitely going to get ready. And once the thumbnails are approved and be ready to go, that's when the thumbnails are definitely going to happen, and see where all that leads. But for now, thank you guys again for your cooperation, and thank you guys again for enjoying this interesting live stream. So if you guys like this live stream idea thing that I'm talking about, you know, for something that are interesting for a future reference of the YouTube Shorts thing for the sake of that, by the way, then let me know, like I said, in the comments below, and always in the comments. That's it. So thank you guys for understanding this message, and this message has been brought to you by me, the Lord of the Zombies speaking. And yes, I will be sure to say this as far enough. I will see you guys soon, and I mean soon. Absolutely in the next video. Thank you all for watching. See you next time, and we'll see you guys as always in the next video. Thank you for watching. Signing right out as always, and we'll see you guys soon enough for the further notice in the next time as always in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye. See you next time, and sign off. Thank you, and goodbye.